NTR Degree College, Mahbub Nagar. My name is M. Jagadishwari. I am your English lecturer. We are going to study for the SEM 3. The syllabus of the SEM 3 has been given, and also we are going to see from the classes, all the classes that are going to be exhibit from today's session. So what is today's session? We are going to have our prose lesson, that is A Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. So the lesson name is A Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. So that has been written by this author Rabindranath Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore has been written the name of A Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. So this is the lesson we are going to see, and what are the points that are being covered in the lesson. We shall go and have a glance of the points that are being given in the pre-reading activity of the questions here. So what are those questions? Those questions make you to have some clearance of the picturization of the lesson to be very clear to concise and understand for you from all various sides there. So the points which are about from these lesson you can have a glance, and what are the points of that lesson you can have to look at. So what are those points? We have been discussed in the earlier class few points. So apart from these few points, you can also see in today's class what is the purpose do the arts serve. So yesterday we have seen of some points, and today we are going to see some points that are being taken from the class that are arts for the serving. So the point of word is serve. So what is this serve? And the serve, survival, which may give and which may pursue. So these are the words that takes you the pursuit of all these arts. And yesterday also we have seen some examples for these arts. What are these arts for the examples given as for you as painting, music, dance or sculpture there. And this gives in the interest of the studying of hobbies. And what are those hobbies that are being given? Can be given for the purpose of something that makes you to survive or pursue of your career, to become your career. Apart from these career, you can have the persuasion of the arts, and that makes you in the future bringing of the career, and that compels you to be a separatization from the hobby and a career there. So then you just classify the words of these hobbies and career also. See these hobbies and career which makes a far difference. So what is this career and these hobbies? You can have to look at these glance, and you can pursue the art in the making of many persuasion of yourself in the professional growth of your career there, and that can becomes use of your arts which you are going to have your studied as a part of your interest in the hobbies there. So the history of art is also old as human history. So the history of art, you can see for this history you can give some of the examples of the sculptures of the idols which are going to be taken from the temple sites. Even if you go to temples, you can see some of the crafts which are being made on the stone wall, and they are being kept on the idols of the walls of the entering before the temple gods there. So why do you think the people even lived in caves painted on the cave walls? So these are the cave walls where you are going to have. So in previously in the history periods also, you can see the entering of the people, those who are making it in the usage of the keeping of the wealth in that caves, so that the enemies may easily, they can escape from the enemies. Like that only they have searched a parts of the place that is known as the caves, and they are going to hide inside, and whatever the wealth is there, they are going to kept in those caves also. That is for again for wealth conditions. Then before that also, then before entering into the cave, they are going to draw a design of these carvings of the sculptures of the stones, so that those cave walls can be opened through a type of a lock, and that lock should be opened and that should be maintained by a key there. So these lives painted in cave lives on the cave walls also give some of the hobbies of you yourself in the making of these sculpture items, where these artists are making into the stone into a form of different idols of the worships of the caves that are being added there. So these are the terms which are going to be taken and that are going to be run in the points where you are going to forget have persuasion of your lesson as long as you go on. So you should have to identify and you should have to take the serious look of these hobbies, then persuasion of your career, then these are the things that are made use for you yourself in getting of your challenges in the preschool days, that are being modified as your hobbies and interests wherever you are going to study as part of your studying of the syllabus there. So when you are going to enter into the lesson, you can understand and what are the themes of the words that are being entering into the lesson of these Workers' Paradise lesson. So that has been again once again we can see the self-introduction of Rabindranath Tagore and what he gave the information about this lesson for the having of the points to look at that. So about the author you can see and what are the important points that are being given by himself to understand the lesson of this person who is going to take his put in the person of romance, who is going to take his step in the paradise. And what is the lesson, and that is being going to be done from the person is being identified here, and you can see better the understanding of the life history of this Rabindranath Tagore and what are the things about himself and what are the work expectations he has been given for us can be shown by the 3 or 4 points there. And what are those points, you can have the identification, and these are the peculiar characteristic of himself in having the writing of this lesson at most there. Then what are these points, you can see how by these Rabindranath Tagore, he was born in the year of 1861 to 1941. So you should have to remind of this age 1861 to this 1941. He was there till alive to the year of 1941. He was the first Asian to receive the Nobel Prize. So he was the first person to receive Nobel Prize. He was awarded a literature prize in the year of 1913. Just you can take this of 1913 year as literature prize. So this again the term it came again. So what is the term it came? Literature is the word that makes you in the working of all these arts and art's sake. So these are the words particularly which are relevant to these poem and prose writer, which is particularly related to the language of linguistics, where the literature words are being added here. He was awarded the literature prize in the year of 1913 for his seminal work. So whatever the works he has done, that is named after the seminal work, that is Geetanjali. Just you identify the popular word of this Geetanjali where you are going to put there. So Geetanjali is the seminal work of Rabindranath Tagore. That work expedition was brought by himself to receive this Asian Nobel Prize. So in the year of 1913, his seminal work Geetanjali, besides of this Geetanjali, he being a multifaceted traced there. So he is being not only these work, seminal work, he was being identified as multifaceted artist. So multifaceted again in the sense you can take 3 or more words that can be used for these multifaceted. He was a poet. Poet is one. Then novelist. He is also called famously as a novelist to receive the Nobel Prize for Asian Nobel Prize there. So one is poet, novelist, playwright, painter and music composer. So he is also called as, so not only one kind of thing is not being enhanced by these Rabindranath Tagore. You can also see and given, besides being as a multifaceted artist, he was a poet, novelist, playwright, painter and music composer. So these are the events of the points which are going to be served as the getting of the characterizations in the having of the person of artist that is faced or that is identified as multifaceted artist. Tagore was a philosopher. Tagore was a philosopher and a visionary educationist. So he was a philosopher. So who knows or who is very love towards the knowledge can be called as a person as a philosopher and a visionary educationist. So visionary educationist. So you can have the having of the difference where these visionary educationist can be called him. He was the founder of the experimental school. So once again you can take back the point of himself into the taking off. He was the founder of experimental school. The name of the school is Shantiniketan and was given the honorific Gurudev. So the name Gurudev by the given person, namely Mahatma Gandhi has given himself by the giving of the name of this person by the knowing of the term honorific Gurudev by Mahatma Gandhi. While Tagore was the voice of India's spiritual heritage for the Western world, for India, he was a great living institution. So he ran or he was behind the person who was running for the school of Shantiniketan, which is situated, and many people or many children of possessing of this school education has become and identified as a person. Those who are having himself in these living institution got the spiritual heritage, and those people became one of the good citizens in having of their great institution there. So you can have the few points of himself that has been given from this paragraph. You can also have to recognize by himself of the work which has been given in the seminal work of himself, and also to receive the literature prize in the year of 1913. You can use of himself as the voice. So Tagore was again given as the voice of India's spiritual for the Western world of India there, and he was a great living institution. Then come to the story. So what is the story about the lesson that we should have to see here that makes you? This story illustrates the famous slogan. So now again when we are going to enter into the story of our lesson, what is the theme of the lesson that you can have from the understanding of this one is that is going to be seen from the famous slogan, that is art is for art's sake. So art is for art's sake. From that only you can have to differentiate of your hobbies and careers that may take you as your professional growth for your challenges in the bright future of your career development there. Then art is for art's sake, and coined in the early 19th century by French philosopher Victor Cousin. So you can also say the slogan which has been given by the person which is coined in the year of 19th century by the French philosopher. So you can have this 19th century person who is able to have himself is making towards himself towards the French philosophy, the person named as Victor Cousin. So Victor Cousin is the person who coined the terms of this art is for art's sake, and that can be again for differentiated, you know, the words of these arts and art's sake for which beneficial use for your career pursuit there. Then the slogan expresses the idea. So the slogan gives the expression, the idea. The true art needs no justification. So you can give that the true art needs no justification. So there is no justification. Whatever you are going to learn or have your for art's sake, that is very absolutely right. You can't even justify the justification which can be seen either it is wrong or either contradictory. You can have the person, but that is why he has given that all true needs or all true needs no justification, and that need of it need not serve any political didactic, moral or practical support or practical purpose there. So that this justification need not be able to serve a person in any political. So you can now have the knowledge of this political, where you are going to enter by the heading of these political issues. Not only this didactic is relevant to the languages side, which is going to be learning of you from a different other sources there. Then morals. Then what are those values and morals and ethics which you are going to learn from your childhoodness, that is going to be apt to be learned from the teachers in the schools there. Of pure beauty there. So you can have the practice of these practical purpose of these morality, and that may serve, that should not be not justified as a practical purpose. And the art is valuable as art, and the only objective of art is portrait or this pursuit for the beauty. So what are these you are going to write for these? You can have the art is very valuable. Then not only this valuable, the only object of the art is to pursue for pure beauty there. So whatever you write for these poems, just take with the examples of the poet, where you are going to have your persuasion of your poets there by the having of the structures which are going to be representative in these poems, or these naturalistic elements that may find in the environment with the description, and also all the things that are going to see around the environment can be added for your poem, that makes you to pursue for pure beauty there. So these beauty can be added to the poems which can be given for you in the persuasion of the pure beauty there. Then Tagore, however, conveys this complex concept in a simple. So these are all the points which makes you to enlighten or to write the beauty of the poem. Not only these, this conveys the complex concept. So a broadened concept is given from these simple and humorous narrative. This humorous narrative is added in the reminds of us a popular proverb there. So what is the proverb that can be activated from these? You can see, all work and no play makes Jock a dull boy. So whatever the works are there and whatever the play makes is there, that makes a boy in all every fields. You can also remind that these works makes a person to be a dull joy. So these are the points that are going to be taken in the narrative of the popular verb that has been said. All work and no place makes a person dull boy. So if at all it is no place, then you can have to give the person in a dull. If you work at last by the having of all this beauty and narrative humorous, you can also makes a person interesting and going in a good field way. So this constitutes of all the story of the famous points that are being added to this story, that can be taken into the pursuit of your pure beauty, that has to be added to these points of this workers paradise lesson there. Then you can take this extract has been originally which was in Bengal by Bipin Bhattacharya, but this Rabindranath Tagore wrote in English as a person, and those are the things that are being taken by himself to be given through the lesson. As long as the lesson you can